What it do, Houston? It's your boy, Family Hustle Time Network. We got Kevin in the goddamn building. What's up, Kevin?
What's going on?
Chilling, man. We heard you on the stage, man. How'd you feel?
It was good, bro.
Yeah?
I like the energy. Like, this is a nice concert to
That's
go
good.
to.
That's
Like,
good.
the
That's
energy's good.
That's what's up, man. So if anything, go ahead and get everybody your social media before we start. Yeah, all platforms.
Yes. I'm on Instagram at KIEV the Songwriter, KIEV the Songwriter, no spaces. And I'm on TikTok. I'm Chef Boyard KIEV on TikTok.
All right.
Boyard KIEV, for sure.
So songwriter, you got songwriter on your name. So that's what you do. So you're a songwriter, entertainer, all the above.
I'm a songwriter at my core.
Okay.
I don't know how many songs I done, probably thousands of songs at this point. Yeah.
Cool.
And so to make my songs better, I had to learn everything else. So I had to learn
That's real.
graphic design. I had to learn how to make beats. I had to learn how to engineer. I had to learn if you can do it and it take that to put your music out. I had to learn publishing.
Wow.
I had to learn everything. Yeah.
Man, that's real. So okay, cool. So if anything, the song you played on the stage today, what's the name of that song?
The name of that song is Keep It On Me.
Keep It
I
On
did
Me.
one was called Keep It On Me. That's from an album I dropped a couple years ago called Ambrosia.
Okay.
And then the second one I did is called Never Change. That's from my album that just came out in June called Manifest.
Gotcha. And why those two songs? What made you choose those two songs?
I came here last week and the vibes it's a lot more high energy.
Okay.
And so I like to, I'm not really a high energy song all the time kind of person.
Gotcha.
So I have a select few songs that I feel like are good for situations like these. I always try to read the room.
Gotcha. So you got your songs in place of where they need to be at. Like if you feel the crowd.
I got a certain frequency of music. Even if you I got a certain BPM my music kind of sits in.
Okay.
And it's not always the same as what people generally hear when you at a concert like this.
Okay.
So I pick my songs that are kind of more towards people.
Yeah.
But even those songs are still a little bit, I still kind of vibe different.
Makes sense. That's cool. That's cool. All right. So if anything, in Houston, it's pretty big. Do you see Houston somewhere where you could get on, or do you feel like you gotta leave Houston to make your point or your vision come true? What
I gotta get on in Houston first.
Get on in Houston?
I gotta get on in Houston. Houston is such a big place. I feel like if you can get on to, you gotta before you can get on in Dallas or get on somewhere else, you gotta get on in Houston.
That's true.
But you're not gonna blow up if nobody from your own city is rocking with you.
That's good.
They're like, oh yeah, why should we give you this deal? Nobody in your city ever heard of you. Why would you think you're marketable? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah.
So you think staying in Houston would be a good thing to just market yourself and promote yourself and make sure getting on in Houston is the first thing to do before it?
I think getting all of Houston don't necessarily have to happen. Because we in a very global type.
There you go.
But
you
gotta have a focus.
It's a good investment. It's like a good investment.
You gotta have a focus, right? You gotta focus somewhere.
That's true.
And so if I'm gonna focus somewhere, why not focus on the west side of Houston, right on Willcrest, where I grew up, in the same apartment complex in Nice Landing where I grew up.
That's real. That's
real.
What I'm saying? So, question: when you get that check, when you get that big deal, how you gonna get back to your community?
Thank you. This is a much better question. No offense to the question I got last week, but last week I got the question.
Gotcha.
When I get my first big check, what car am I gonna buy? And
this one is different.
I was like, I just got a new car. If I get a big check, I'm gonna pay this one off.
That's real. Real talk.
But
that's real.
I think my first big investment would probably be in my studio. I got a small studio right now that we working out of, that me and my team is working out of.
Okay.
And so we in there a lot.
Yeah.
But once I got a big check, I would start with that. Getting a studio where artists can come and artists can feel like they got some real quality stuff, but they ain't gotta pay to get overcharged for it.
That's real. And so that's part of the community, because if anything, there are a lot of kids out here that are looking into the music industry and they see their favorite artist or their entertainer and they be like, I want to be just like him or somewhere near. So you would recommend, hey, the music industry is a good place to come and do that part because it is a business. There's money involved around it. So that's what that's something you invest in that to be able to give it to the people that you'll be around in your community. That's what you're saying. Like, sounds about right.
Yeah, like investing in the development of artists from your city. Like when I look at Atlanta, right, and I look at what really happened over the past 20 years. Is people in Atlanta got hot. And people in Atlanta started really developing other artists to come out of Atlanta with that same sound.
That's real.
And so labels was like, oh man, Houston did the same thing, right? But Houston's sound didn't quite gain. It was kind of like.
But I feel like we need that. We're not there.
We're gonna have to have a renaissance of Houston music.
There you go.
Like true. We have Houston artists, that are big, right? But it's not the same as like the golden age of Houston when Swisher House, man,
SUC, everybody, Power, Slim Thug, Chameleonaire, Kiki,
Big Mo, Big Hall.
Rest in peace, everybody who's passed away.
Rest in peace to everybody, like man, it was a community.
Hey, but you know what though? All these people, kids, are the new artists that are coming up.
Bushwick's son is.
All right. Yes, he's coming. Be gonna be here today.
Yeah, he's in the building for sure.
So that's why I always tell people, hey, collab.
Yeah.
So that's my next question too. Who would you like to collab with in the music industry right now?
Ooh.
3 people, real quick.
Ooh, the first one to come to my head is like Mona Leo. I don't know why, but Mona Leo, if you out there, I feel like I like she's from Houston. Like I think she's dope.
Cool.
Shoot, that's tough. I would love to collaborate with Toby.
Okay.
Toby, that's number one. Hey, I love to be collaborating with Toby.
He's reaching out
Toby,
right now, man.
Toby, if you're out there, when you come back, from your Grammy tour,
let's go.
I want to feature, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, Toby. I get a lot of Toby comparisons, and then Beyonce is my
why not?
My dream right there.
That's
when
Houston
you got that.
Yeah, that's
ain't
big.
Nothing more Houston than that.
You need
and she been putting on for the city the whole time.
Yeah, she hasn't.
So big shout out to Beyonce and everything she's doing for the city.
Are you familiar with Exotic Pop?
With who?
Exotic Pop.
Exotic Pop soda.
The drink, yes.
I seen it on Instagram. I know there was a vendor for the last. I saw a video with Bun B.
Okay.
Lil Flip.
Yeah. So they're real connected with all the music industry artists, and I feel like they are good. I've worked with them. I'm part of the Exotic Pop community. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, if you had your own Exotic Pop, what flavor would that be?
Oh, my own Exotic Pop
flavor.
What's my?
It has to be unique. It has to be yours.
Yeah. It has to be.
As soon as you
Ambrosia. It'll be Ambrosia flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's my album, Ambrosia.
That's real.
Yeah, and that's my masterpiece right there.
I like it.
Yeah, if any of y'all want to check out some of my music, you can start with Ambrosia.
That's real. That's real.
Ambrosia's called.
You had it right here, man. All right. What are you working on? What's one of the projects you got going on?
Oh, dang! This is a great interview. I'm glad. I'm glad we got to have this.
That's real.
So I just recently released an album called Manifest in June. I performed Never Change off that tonight.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm working on an album called Everything's a Mess.
Everything's a Mess.
And this is funny because like I don't really like. I'm working on the album, so I don't put that out there like to everybody like, oh, I'm working on an album. But yeah, I'm working on the album. It's gonna be called Everything's a Mess. And you probably asked the wrong person about his plans of what he's dropping. But my goal is to get on the Billboard charts.
Okay.
Independent.
I ain't mad at that.
No sign, no nothing. And so I already done my research on this. Like, you need to get like 500 album sales to get on the Billboard chart, which is a lot, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at the way that they count album sales, what you can do is they count your pre-saves.
Okay.
And then they count any albums that you sell physically, right?
Gotcha.
You only got to sell 500 or a mix of 500 and 500,000 streams.
Okay.
So basically what I'm thinking is I ain't trying to give away too much game.
Nah.
But,
we don't even have to, because that's the unique stuff that you got going on.
But basically dropping the album after I already secured 500 streams, the 500 sales.
There you go.
So go around, come to events like this.
Exactly.
Say, hey. And it's good because it's optional, right? So it's like, hey, I'm dropping the album. It's called Everything's a Mess.
Yeah.
It costs $10, right?
Yeah.
And for $10, you can get all the movie that I'm working on behind the scenes, the extra songs that I didn't put on the album, the original versions of the songs that I worked on, like all the stuff that's the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And if not, you could stream it for free. You could just pre-save it.
Gotcha.
And then when the album come out, everybody that didn't say, I want to buy the album, I'll just pre-save it. Now you got, on your first week, all them people, it's going to go straight into their Spotify.
That's true.
It's going to come to their release radar. So now you got, now Spotify's like, oh, this song just released, it already got 500 plays.
Yeah.
We need to push this more. We need to push more. We need to push more. And that's how you do it. That's kind of how you, if any artist is really paying attention, that's how you beat the algorithm on that.
That's real, real, man. You give me game. I ain't gonna lie to you. If anything, look,
I don't even know.
Don't miss out on what's going on, because these streets are talking, and they are gonna continue to talk. And game like this, it don't come often. So appreciate that so much, man.
For sure.
We'll go ahead and give you Instagram, every platform where you at, so we go ahead and get up out of here, man.
Yeah, so my Instagram is KIEV the Songwriter, KIEV the Songwriter, and my TikTok is Chef Boyar KIEV, Chef, like I'm cooking, boy, ARKIEV, like my hat, buy some merch, support a local artist.
Yes, please do, man. Shout out, give all the shout outs, everybody.
Shout out
anybody.
Face. Shout out my mom, shout out my dad, shout out all the humans, shout out my whole support system. Shout out my sisters, my cousins, my girlfriend Jordan. Shout out all the people that came with me, like.
For sure.
Shout out, There's more people I need to shout out. Shout out Rich, shout out everybody.
Everybody, man. Here, man. It's Hustle Time Network. We in the building, and we ain't going nowhere till it's over with. Or shut this bitch down. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, for sure.
For sure, man.